Hey, welcome back to Ultimate Affiliate Marketing. I am your host as always, it's Paul Motley here. And today, now I've got to admit I am really tired, but stick with me on this one and it will be worth it. If it's your first time listening, you will know that you won't know, but you should know that I do these podcasts every single day. And today is like no other, even though it's almost approaching midnight for me right here in the UK. So over the last few days, I've been looking into a specific way on getting leads, and not just leads, but getting people to opt into something so they're actually going to voluntarily give me their email address so that I can then help them as much as possible along the way. And what I've done is I've been using a kind of like a hybrid method of using the Facebook lead ads and connecting that up into my email autoresponder, but also connecting them through a messenger bot as well. So I'm kind of like building two types of lists really. And I just want to share with you some results that I've had today. Now, yesterday I actually put together a few ads which were going to focus on like the top tier, if you like, and top tier meaning like the so-called top tier of countries. Well, this morning I actually replicated that and went for worldwide and excluded the top tier, and the results were, let's just say, encouraging. Okay, now I'm just literally looking at the stats here. So let's just move this needle a little bit and let's just put on today's results. And I'm hoping that's going to update, because if it doesn't, then this is going to make things really awkward. But when I've been putting the ads together, now there's three types of targeting that I put on each ad set, which is basically using no targeting whatsoever, using layered targeting, but also using a broad targeting as well. And now my laptop is just not going to help me out here at all, is it? Brilliant. Anyway, so long story short, with the top tier ads, I've gone really low. I've only used like $20 a day on each of these campaigns, mainly because I didn't want to go all out just yet, because I wanted to test the results, because the actual income on the back end is not going to generate until much further down the line, because when people come in and become a lead, then they're going to enter into an email autoresponder series, which is like 30 odd emails spread over roughly 40 to 45 days. Okay, right. So there's going to be a whole load of people going through this now. Well, long story short, there's been about 70 odd people come through the top tier, and that has been an average of around 50 cents per lead. Now, I mentioned this yesterday, but it is quite important to note that generally speaking, when people are using Facebook ads these days, you could be looking between $1 and $2 per click, right? Not per lead, per click. And then if your landing page is super good and you're getting like a 40% opt-in rate, that means your average cost per lead can be between $5 and $6 per lead. I mean, even then, people are saying, okay, that's not too bad, right? But I've actually been getting that for about 50 cents. So about 10 times cheaper. So you can 10x the size of your email list using this principle. And when I actually put onto the worldwide, it's gone a little crazy, because there's been like over 400 leads just today, and the average cost has been about 3 cents, which is crazy, because that is like almost like between 1 and 200 times cheaper to achieve the same result. Now, some people might argue that if you go worldwide, then you're not going to get the same quality and people are less likely to buy and all this sort of stuff. But realistically, it depends on the type of offer, because if I am generating 100 times, so instead of generating one lead, I'm generating 100. Instead of generating 10 leads, I'm generating 1,000. and instead of 100, I'm creating 10,000s. Now, what do you think the general return on investment is going to be? It should still be pretty positive, right? If I nurture those leads, if I am giving them, I'm putting in front of them offers which I really believe is going to help them, no matter what their budget is, then it should work out pretty good. And at the end of the day, that is what we're all talking about here. So I'm thinking that with these results, they're so promising. I'm probably going to run it for about a week, and then I might run a masterclass on Facebook itself to actually show people how to put all this together. And hopefully by then I'll start seeing some return on investment. Well, hopefully before then, but that's how it's all going to work out. And what I also did as well, which I might change, I might alter as well, because part of the follow-up series, I actually invited people to get onto a call, a one-on-one call with me, which in hindsight, I probably should. I've tried to qualify people a little more, because I have had a whole bunch of people booking into my calendar for next week, and without having proper qualified people on there, you just don't know what you're going to get. So that could well change. So that's, I think, it's a learning curve for me, definitely. Oh, there you go. The stats have just come up. Brilliant. So what do we got? Around 400 leads from the worldwide and 27 just from top tier. That was just yesterday. Remember, I had the top tier running the day before yesterday as well. So that was kind of like, it's going to be skewed at the moment. But yeah, super encouraging. So if you are looking to actually build your business, then at some point you are going to need to to scale it, you are going to need to employ some sort of paid ads, okay? That is the simple fact of it all. And I do always recommend people to at least be earning $1,000 per month before they start involving themselves in ads, because ultimately you don't want to be using your own money for ads if at all possible. You reinvest your earnings, okay? Right, so use organic methods and then reinvest your earnings, because that way you're not going to get yourself in a world of shit, because if something goes wrong, then I just hate it for people to get into debt, right? So when you're chasing your dreams, it should be a positive thing. And that's ultimately what it is. So anyway, listen again tomorrow, check the show notes, and I'm looking forward to seeing how all this starts panning out tomorrow as well. But until then, this is me saying good night.